0.10. Otherwise, we can go to start menu here. If you click the start and you start typing Creo, we'll get see Creo parametric we have. Many other also there, Creo parametric, simulate, express, layout, direct, but we are running for Creo parametric. So we click on Creo parametric here and we'll have this icon. So you can directly right click on this one and you can take as a pin to start, or we can directly drag this one and we can keep it because I already made it here. So I got my icon. So just click on Creo parametric. Okay. So once you click on Creo parametric, we'll wait for some time and a window will open. Okay. Now once you open this software, you will see we have got this one, and on the bottom, on the top, you can see Creo parametric student edition. Since it's for the student version, we have downloaded it, and academic purpose we can use it anyone, since it's already available on the website for the free for education purpose. Okay. Now let us see how to basically we have to start using this software. Now if you see, as you can have been seen for the Microsoft Word or PowerPoints, everything, the same type of window will be appearing here. So if you go to file, if you click on file, it will ask you new, open, manage file, okay, manage sessions, and we have options. So let us check it first. What are the types of options are available? Okay, once you click on option, it will come for the favorites and we come for the environment. Now if you see, by default our working directory is set to users public documents. If you want, you can simply change this one to wherever the convenient way you feel it, so that you can start drawing your, it means you can change your working directory, from there you can work out. So for the time being, let us change it. How we can do it? We click on browse. So we go to my computer, we go for D drive, and let us create a new folder and we name it Creo drawings. Okay, let us say Creo drawings DRG, and we click OK. So whatever now we'll have, all the things will be saved in this one. So you can see we have changed the working directory to the Creo drawings. Okay, remaining all, we don't want much things, so we have a main important thing is our creating the working directory. Okay, so every time when you come, so by default the working directory will be there. Just check it once whether the working directory is there in the specified path or it has been changed. Clear? Then we go for system appearance. Now once you click on system appearance, it's all say the default theme. So our default theme is white. Now if you go for light theme, it will change. If you see, the light has been changed. Okay, now you can observe that one light some completely change. Now if you want to go dark theme, now if you see, we have dark will appear. Okay, for the time being we can keep it for the default theme. I will change it and I will show you how to do it. Interface also you can change it, light, dark, whatever you want you can change it. Okay, interface also it can be changed. Now you can change it to dark theme, your choice, you can keep it. System colors, that also you can make it as your wish. So for the time being, let us make it to default, and after that we'll see where we require to change this on this. Like graphics, all the things are there. There's a hidden lines have some specific color, sketch has a color, curve has a color. Okay, like sheet metals, datum, letter, everything is by default they have given the colors in graphics, in geometry, like they have given. So it's only for to show how we can modify. If you want, you can modify this also. Now next is we call model display. Now in model display, okay, now in model display Now we come for model display. Now in the model display, by default, the orientation is set to trimetric and we have isometric. Trimetric and isometric, the difference is that one, in a 3-axis, the angle between each of the angle between these is axis, if it is equal, we call isometric. In isometric, x and y, y and z, x and z are 120 degree apart. 120 degree apart. Let us check how it comes. If you click on isometric, for the time, since it's a default, first let us check the trimetric. Trimetric, we check, click, and we okay, and we click yes. The configuration they want to save it, no problem, you can save it configuration anywhere. Click on OK. If it promotes the configuration save. Okay. Now check it. Let us say if you click on new, it will ask about a part. I will explain the details how to change this template and everything. Since we are discussing about the trimetric and isometric, we'll show you how it appears. By default part, you can take part and click OK. So wait for a second, and then a window will be open. Now if you see, there are 3 axes are there. We have x-axis, this is y, and this is z. Okay, these trimetric planes they are not equal to each other. Means the angles between these are not equal. Okay, the same thing we just keep it and we go to file again, and we go for options. We go to model display. Now we change to, let us keep this one side so that it will be visible clearly, and we change it to isometric, and then we click OK. Okay, then click yes, then click OK. Okay, now you can see all 3 will come into equal angles. Okay, now they are perpendicular to each other. Now there are 3 planes are there. Look very carefully. If you move a cursor, this is a first plane. Okay, we call right plane. This is the second plane, we call plane 2 or F2. This is the third one. This is the, you can see from here, otherwise you can look from here. Details of this one definitely we are going to see in the classes. Okay. Since we are discussing about the options, so let us go to options first, and we go to model display. Okay. Now in the model display, what we have done, we have kept for isometric. So the problems whatever we are going to discuss, we are going to make it in isometric view only, because all the drawings whatever we have done in your engineering drawings and everything, we have done only for isometric. So we by default we keep it for isometric views. Okay. Then we go for entity display. In the entity display, the same thing, we have geometry display, shading, all these things will be there. So we no need to worry about much we have. So these are only 3 things which are important for us. That is model display. Then selection part, edge, vertex. When the time comes, we'll add up. If you want, you can add up all these things in the bar, it will come out. Then we have sketcher are there. So by default, all these things will be visible. If you want to check it out, you can. If you take it out, this one, uncheck this box, it will not appear. So that's what exactly it means. Okay. So for the time being, we have done with this one. So model display, we have changed to isometric, and environment, we have checked it. System appearance, we have kept default. Now light theme is completely white. Dark theme, it will be appearing like this one. Okay, in the dark theme, it will appear like this one. Interface, it's a dark already been changed, because if you have changed the theme, the remaining 2 also will going to change it by dark theme. So once you change the dark theme, it will become like this. Option is used basically when because we are using for a long time, our eyes may not get strained. If you look for a very wide screen or for a long time, because of radiation, our eyes may be very strained. So that's why for when you're using for a long time, it's advisable to go for the dark theme. Okay, once you click on OK, now it's set to dark theme. Okay, you can see it's very much clear and visible. There are 3 planes are there, and also we have X, Y, and Z are there. Clear? Now how to start? We go to file, We again start it for the new. So before we go, and let's go to new file and new. Now we'll check it here. Now by default, you can see use the default template they have mentioned. And also if you see PRT 002, sorry, 0002 it's given. Why? Because previously just now we have opened one window. Similarly, if you open one more window, let us say if you click it this OK and go for file new, now it become 3. So like this, you can open n number of windows. Okay. Clear? You can open n number of windows, and the name whatever we have mentioned, it will appear here, PRT 002. And you can move this one by click on this bar, and you can see that back side of this one we have PRT 0001 is there. Okay. Since we don't want, we want to go for that, we can close this also. Okay. Then we go to, because already we have started, so let us start one more new and we check it here. Now since it's a first class, we go for trial. Let us say we have trial. We make a trial. What is all these things are there. Here we have sketch, so you can directly start sketching it. You can go for part, you can go for assembly, manufacturing, drawings, 2D drawings, all these things you can make it, formats of different formats, and we have more. So since we are going for part drawings, we select for the part, and the part drawing also there are 3 subcategories are there. One is solid, one is sheet metal, and is bulk. So we click on part first. In the part itself, we can go for sketch. I will show you how we can do it. So in the part, if you click, and this is set to use default template. So we uncheck this one. We uncheck this one. Okay. And let us rename this one to make it to trial. So we let us make it to trial. And we click OK. Now, if you click it, then it will ask about what type of dimensions you want to keep it. Dimensions and parts. So let us say if you click here inches and points are there, because in this one, once you model and geometry, you can measure the values, means based on the volume, whatever you have created, the materials, whatever you are going to give it, all these things, it automatically based on density, it is going to calculate the volume of that one. So advanced drawings are there, because in AutoCAD and everything, we can only model it, but we are not able to measure it. We can measure the volumes. Okay, based on the area, automatically will calculate. We can measure it, the volumes, and measure the dimensions of different parts. Since we are using for MKS systems, so we just slowly move downwards and we check this one. It's called solid part mmks, so millimeter kilograms. So we want only this one. We check this one. Even though if you make the drawing in others template also, doesn't make any difference, because drawings whatever we are going, we call as a dimensionless drawings. Basically, generally we write as a dimensionless. After that we measure, we mention in terms of scaling. In terms of scale, we measure it mm. So if you go from mm to inches, we just simply multiply inches. From mm to centimeter, we multiply simply by number of centimeters. So 1 mm we can convert to centimeters and we get it. So solid part mmks and click OK. Okay. Now it's set. Now if you see it, if you want, you can maximize this also. Okay. Now you can see we have got trial now here. We got a trial. Now let us go for right plane. If you click right, you can see here a window will be appearing. Sorry, a box is appeared in a right plane. Like if you click on top, it will select it for the top plane. I click on front plane, it will select the front plane. Okay, and by default, the extrude will take place along the Z direction. So we select the front plane, and extrusion will always, we have a, by default it's a Z plane will come. So what we do, let us select this one, first one we call front plane, and we see what are the other options are available. And also once you click on this one, if you can see there are many other options are available. Here what we call appearance, edit definitions, all these select from the parts. So you can do it from here itself. So you can see we are in front plane. So it's say front plane. We can directly go to sketch. Then we can go for extrude. We can go for revolve. We can create a new plane on this one. We can create one more axis, since by default X, Y, Z is given. You can create one more axis. All these things you can make it. You can hide others. We have a show all except some of the minimum objects, selected objects. All these things are available. Okay. So we select what we have done. We have selected the front plane. Clear. Then we go to sketch. Here sketch is there in this window part. I will explain one by one when it comes for the model part. Now for the time being, since we are in the first part, only sketch is there and extrude is there. Since we have selected the solid part, you can start drawing from the extrude itself. It becomes 3D part, or you can directly go for sketch, which has only 2D parts. So you can draw in sketch, then select extrude. You can do it, or you can do for the extrude also. So for the time being, let us go for sketch. If you click on sketch, it X and Y axis are appeared. Means these dotted blue lines indicates we are going to have a drawing along these two axes. So we have only need two axes. Whenever we select a plane, the plane will have two axes, X and Y. So this we see is along X axis and it's for Y axis. These are called reference. Now once you click on that, you can see a new thing has been appeared here in the part. Okay, we call sketch view. Okay, it's called a sketch view. If you click on sketch view, it will make perpendicular plane. It will make this window perpendicular to the plane of the paper. Okay. Now once you click this one, you can see it's automatically been rotated. So now what we are in XY plane. We are in XY plane and Z is perpendicular to our paper. Now once we are in a sketch mode, if you see this window has been completely changed. Now we are in sketch mode. All the things are been mentioned one by one. Now you see, first thing we'll select here. We call center line. Okay. Now if you click on center line, from here, if you click, it will draw a center line. It will ask for the second point. You can click on the second point here. Now we have a center lines. Okay. It will find a center lines are there. This first point. Okay. Point variable, let us say you want to mention a point. You can mention point here, you can mention point here, you can mention point here. So there are different points you can make it. Okay. To come out from this one, means since what we are now, we are in point mode. To come out from this one, you can press middle mouse button. It will show all the dimensions, or you can press escape. So what by default it's showing some dimensions. What are those? They are nothing but they are showing dimensions with reference to the x-axis and y-axis. X-axis and y-axis. Okay. You can double click on this one and you can change it. If I change to 140 is there. If I change to 150 and press enter, it will change it. Okay. Now it becomes 150. Okay. Now I want to make it 10. I will 10 and enter. It will become 10 here. So this is how we can change the modifications of dimensions of center line and point. Now we want to delete everything. What we do? You click on any surface. Let us say we want to click here and we drag it completely to the till end. If you see that one, we have selected all the drawings, whatever we have, and it turns to green and we delete it. Okay. So now we have deleted all the drawings, whatever we have prepared. Okay. Now let us check for the construction lines. We call construction mode. So what is the difference? If you go to construction mode, from now if you click on this construction mode, after this whatever you do it, all the things will appear in construction mode and they will not be extruded. They will only in construction mode. A construction mode drawings will not able to extrude. It will only be for our reference purpose. So let us see what are those. First we go for line. Under the line, there are two different things are there. One is line one is line tangent. Let us see what are the first is line. You can click here, a line will appear. You can move your mouse to anywhere, okay, and you can click here, you can click here, you can click here, you can click here. It's a freehand drawing. You can click. You want to close it. Otherwise, you don't want to close. Now, the easiest part of this drawings is whenever you move a cursor, see if you see it comes as a tangent. T means tangent to that line. Tangent to which line? This line, perpendicular. If you see that, you can clearly, it shows the perpendicular to the green line. Like if you come nearer to this one, it will say joining the end point. Now let us say if you want to move to this point, it will see intersection of these points. So you don't have to do much. You just simply move this. It says horizontal line. Now if you come downward direction, it will say vertical line. Okay. So all these things you can. If you want to join, go to this point, and if we appear, intersection point is there. Click it, and we are joined. Now also we have in that mode only. So what we do, we press the middle mouse button, or you can press escape in the keyboard. Once you press the escape, we'll have come out from that point. Okay. We close it and we come out from it. Now we are all till now in line only. Now let us check the line tangents. Line tangents are nothing but, see, create a line that is tangent to the two entities. Let us see what are those. Okay. Now once you click on that one, it will appear the dimension. These are basically used when we have curves are there. These are basically we use when we have curves are there. Now, like in Windows and everything, you want to go back, you can press Ctrl Z and will completely move to the previous one. Okay. So you can do it from here also, undo, and you can redo also. If you redo, drawing will appear, undo, complete drawing will be disappear. Means it go just not disappear, it will go to previous step. Don't think in disappear part. It will go to previous step. So what we have checked now, we have checked this one as a, this one we have checked now as a just standard line mode. Now let us check construction mode. What is? Now construction mode, once you click it, if you see there both are selected. One is construction mode is selected, and also line mode is selected. Okay. Now in construction, what we are going to construct line. Now if you go for line, you see all the construction lines will appear. Okay. This is how we all the construction line will come to appear. Okay. Center line is nothing but it will completely draw a vertical line or horizontal line. You don't have any dimensions of that one, completely draws it. Whereas in center line, you can see there is a difference between these two. Like you can do it for rectangle also. Now what we are now in construction mode. In the construction mode, we can only, is for reference purpose, it can't be extruded. So now let us select rectangle, and here we have 2 points rectangle, so we select 2 points. So one point at the top and second point, wherever you feel convenient, you can drag the mouse and click there. So if you just move the cursor along the horizontal direction, you can see the equal signs are appearing. So this defines that the horizontal length and vertical length are equal. Okay. So it becomes a square. So whenever you want to draw a square, you can select 2 points and you just simply drag it so that it will become 2 equal. Okay. Now it become a square. Until you come out from the construction mode, everything whatever you draw it, circle, lines, ellipse, spline, everything will be in the construction mode only. So let us come out from the construction mode. If you click it one more time, or you can press Ctrl M for the easy convenient. We come out from that one. Okay. If you press Ctrl M, that also will be there, or you can do it from here also. Now let us check what type of other triangles are there. Since we are only dealing with the main lines, not with the construction mode. So this is the corner rectangle. Means you draw it here, and we have corner rectangles are there. This is a rectangle part. Second one, slanted rectangle. Okay. So all these rectangles, whatever just now you have drawn, it will parallel to x and y axis. Okay, they are now slanted. Now we want slanted rectangle. You can click it here. You can go to anywhere, your choice. Whatever the slanted part you want, click here, then it becomes slanted one. Okay, this is the slanted one. There is a difference between normal rectangle and slanted rectangle. Then we go for center rectangle. In the center rectangle, it will start from the center. It will start from center. Center means you can take it from here or you can take it from here. That means you want center point of the rectangle to make it center point of the rectangle, and we just expand like this one. Whatever you want, you can expand. So the importance and beauty of this Creo is it will automatically guide you. So if you see, I want to just moving this one, it will say we have reached to parallel to this one intersection. If you come to here, one more intersection will come. If you can go and you can touch it, it's an intersection here. You can go anywhere, you can make it, and you have come. So if you see, it automatically is showing that one. Which are two lines are perpendicular, which two lines are intersection. You can see these are automatically shown. This we call center rectangle. Okay. Next one, we check for the parallelogram. We click on parallelogram and we see what is this. Parallelogram law, two lines are parallel to each other. So we just go for, or you can go for slanted also, there is nothing wrong. Click here and we just simply make it here. Okay, this is the one. So one line, whatever you fix it, that will become the permanent line. Sorry, first primary line, and it will become parallelogram to this one. Okay, this is the parallelogram. So which we have, this will become, or you can make it here also. There is nothing wrong in that one. Parallelogram can be looked by any way. Okay, make it here, here, whatever wish you can make it. Okay. So what we have? We have one rectangle, square. Second one, what we have seen for the slanted rectangle, center rectangle, and parallelogram. Okay. So these are the three things which we have there in the rectangle. Okay. So you can zoom this one. This is a very big one. You can zoom it out, zoom in out. Okay. You can use the middle mouse button to scroll up and scroll down. Scroll down, it will zoom in. Scroll up, it will zoom out. Okay, let us zoom in. Let us zoom in first. Then press the middle mouse button, and you can rotate this pane also. So let us say by mistake you have done like this one. By mistake it has been done happen. By mistake it happened. Okay. Now how to come back? You just click on sketch view. Okay. By mistake, let us say it happened, and let us say by dragging this one, I have made like this one. So I just click on the sketch view and it will go to that particular point. Okay. So it's simple is, so let us say I want to zoom it here. Wherever you want to zoom, you move the cursor to that particular point. Okay, I want to zoom this point. Click zoom, just take this cursor to here and scroll up. Okay, it will zoom this way. Clear? Now we want to go to default view. Here if you see, we call it a refit, zoom to fit. Click here, it will zoom to fit. Okay. The same zooming part, you can do it from zoom in. You can click zoom here, and if you want any particular part you want to zoom in, you can select, click here, it will zoom out. Again, you can go to refit. Okay. Select the zoom. Let us say I want to zoom this particular one. Click here and we zoom out. Then I go to refit. Select the zoom. Click here, first point. Select the area. Click on the second one. Up to drag to second point, and then click here. It will zoom it out. Then you can go to refit. Okay. Now we want to draw, because we have space, we want to show it everything. Let us move the cursor here and zoom it like, so that we have got a space here, and we'll show you other types of drawings also. Now let us see for the circles. Now in a circle also we call 4 different types of circles are there. First is center and a point. The name itself defines center and a point. So we take center and a point. So let us take first center, then it will ask about the next point, up to next point, whatever we have. Just move your mouse, it will ask the second point. Just move the mouse to any next position and click here. So it will draw a circle, center, and we have next. Now let us check the other things. Click here, we call concentric circles. Concentric circles, as we know it, they are nothing but we can draw different circles at a time. Okay. So circle here we have, and we just refit it. First of all, let us see what we have. So all these things which we have done. Okay. Click here, and we have concentric circles. First circle we have, then we have second circle, third circle, fourth circle, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All these things will become concentric. Concentric circles are nothing but already we have one circle upon which we have to create a concentric. Till you press escape or middle mouse button, it goes on drawing the circles. Okay, you can press middle mouse button or you can press escape from the keyboard. Okay, so you can see all the concentric circles whatever we have drawn, it has came here. Okay, so you can see it will. So first of all, what you do, you have to draw one first circle, that is a base circle which we have. Okay, or you can, we have base circle already been defined. Let us say we have one small base circle, very small. Then based on this one, we can go for concentric circles. First two, like that, we can go on constructing many number of circles. Okay, then we press escape and we see it, and we press zoom to fit. Now it will fit to zoom. Now as you go on increasing the drawings, so the window automatically zoom to fit also, refit also will be changing. Okay, so these are the concentric circles. So now let us draw it somewhere here. Next we see 3-point circles. The 3-point circles, what are, we need 3 points to create a circle. So first point, anywhere you have, second point, and we have third point. Okay, this is how it comes. If the 2 points are fixed, now it become like this one. You can go anywhere you have. Just move the mouse, whatever you wish, and you can press it. So 3-point circles are there. We require 3 points to make a circle. So these all types of circles are very much important when we have in the corners or when we know the 2 points. So just now we have discussed about the points. Let us say we have 2 points are there. One is here and one is here. Now joining these 2 points, I want to make a circle. So at that time, we can go for the points. First point I can select, and second point I can select and make a circle. Okay, this is how we do it. This we call 3-point circle. Next is we call tangent. Then we go for the 3 tangents. So click here, and click here. Okay, now it's there. 3 tangents. So we require 3 tangents to draw a circle. Not only you can go for the circles, you can go for the lines also. Let us check it how we can do it. So now what we have done, we have done it for the circles here. So now let us do it for the lines here. Let us say we have 3 lines are there. We go for the line, first line, and let us say I have second line here, and let us say I have third line here. Okay. Now these are 3 lines which we have, and let us see whether we are able to make it or not. Circle. So 3 tangents should be there. So we have circle 1, tangent 2, and 3. So we make it. Okay. So this also you can make it from this part. Okay. So this is how we do it. We can do it for the 3 tangent circles also. You draw the 3 tangent lines, 3 lines, any 3 lines. Let us check it one. We can any 3 lines, first line, or you want to, you can make first line, second line and third line. Okay, so inside the rectangle also we can make it. Now let us see how we can do it. Whatever the drawings we have made it into rectangle. Let us say what we have done. We have done so many drawings we have. So let us delete everything because we have already. Or if you zoom to fit, if you see, it will fit to the window. Okay. So all these things are clear. So now we come out from this one circle because now in circle mode we can select all these things and we delete it. Okay, you select it, all the things and delete the part. So what we have seen? We have seen for the line, rectangle and circles, how they are been made it for different rectangles. So just now we have what we have done, parallelogram we have, let us say we have parallelogram and we want to make circle inside. We want only 3 parts, 1, 2 and 3. This we have got circle which touch the 3 sides of a parallelogram. Okay, so this is how we make it. How to change the dimensions and everything, I will tell you for the time being. What are the different sketching parts we require? Line, rectangle, circles are there, and how to use them, that only we are just seeing. Okay, these are the first part we have just seen, line, rectangle and circle. Now let us see now these 3 parts which we have. Now these are called arcs or freehand we have. Let us say first we select arc. Now in the arc also there are 4 subcategories are there. First is 3 point and tangent and 3 point. So first point, second point and third point. Okay. First point, second point and third point. Okay, so we call it a 3 point arc. Only required 3 points arc to make a tangent end, or we call 3 point end we have arc, sorry. Now center and ends. Center and ends. So first we have to define the center. So first we have to define the center. Then we have to define the end points. This is first end point. This is second end point. Wherever you want, or you want to make circle, you can completely move it. By just moving the mouse, it will slowly draw the drawings. Okay, you can see it. You can draw it. So important is this one. Let us say if you want to draw a quarter circle, you can select this one, center line, first point, and slowly if you move. Now when you come to quarter, that is pi by 2, it automatically shows that you have reached to that point. You can see we have reached to quarter. Now when you slowly move to next one, next stoppage will be ours 180 degrees. It will be next stoppage. Our next stoppage again from when you start moving, it will be our 270. Okay, you can come here and you can do. Otherwise you can completely do it here itself. It's not like that you have to make it up to 90, 45. You can make it anywhere. It's arcs. Arcs can be anywhere we have. Okay, this is the arc which we have made it. Then we see for the 3 tangents. Okay, 3 tangents. So as it defines itself, we require the 3 entities. To 3 entities means already drawn drawings. So let us go for the lines and let's draw. Sorry, we are in circle arc mode. So we come out from this one first and completely come out from this one. Then we draw 3 lines. First line we have, let us say, and we have second line here, and let us say we have third line here. Anywhere, whatever you want, you can do it. Then we go for this and we check for 3 tangent. 3 tangent. Now, first one, second one, and third one. Okay. So this is how it comes. Then how it comes for the drawings we have. Okay, since we want to see, we just zoom in out. So we just I have moved that point. So all these are dimensions are there. If you see, you can directly change the dimensions accordingly here. Now we can do it here directly, or we can directly do it here for the time being, or we can measure from the reference axis also. That also we can do it. Okay, just changing the dimensions are nothing but double click on the dimensions, and it can, whatever the desired values you want, you can change it. Okay, so these are about our tangents, or we call arcs, or we call 3 tangents. Then we go for concentric arcs. It creates a concentric arc from a selected reference circle or arc to identify mutual center point. Okay. So it has to be a one beginning. Let us say we have this one. It's already been, we have center. So we take this one and we draw it. This is the first one. And we go for second. Then third one. Then we go for fourth one. Then we go for fifth one. Then we can go for seventh one. Okay. Then we can increase eighth one. Then we can draw here ninth one. Like this, any arc from this reference, one reference should be there. From there you can make different arcs. Okay, you can see so nicely we can make it. But there are different concentric lines, you can completely draw it. So you just go on drawing one after another. Okay. Next we'll see what is that. Next is what we have seen is we call it a cone. Now when you just move this one, the cone creates a conic arc by selecting the two endpoints and dragging the arc. Means we want two endpoints and we have to drag it. So click on cone. So you want two endpoints. This is first point and this is second point, and we have. Okay. So this is how it appears. So select this one. You can make it here also. Okay. So anything you can make it. So you just simply drag it wherever you wish to make it. So these are all we have about the arcs. Okay. So there are 4 subcategories, 5 subcategories are there under the arcs as per the requirement. Okay. So now let's make it zoom out and zoom to fit, and select all by click it here and press delete. Okay, it's nothing but you can select individual also and click on delete, it will delete. Okay, that also you can make it. Click individual lines, press delete, and will make it. So this is all about our arcs. Now let us go for the ellipse. Now in the ellipse part, there are two are there. One is axis and ellipse. That means we require two endpoints to make a ellipse. That is endpoints. One of it is major axis. So let us. What is that one? Let us see. First is point we have here, and along this major axis we'll have another one. So you can, major axis should not be horizontal, vertical. You can make it anywhere. You can horizontal also, on any inclined position also you can make it. So you can, let us make it here along the major axis, and slowly we move the mouse. So you see we have here. Okay, this is what we can make. It's clear. It's not about, you can after this also you can change the dimensions also. Just simply clicking on this one, you can make it to 10. It will become very small. And if you want to further modify it, you can drag the dimension outside and click it here. If you want to make it 150, just type 150 in the keyboard, press enter, it will appear. Okay. So this is all about the first part of called ellipse, axis and ellipse. Second one we call center and axis ellipse. So in this previous one we need two endpoints. Now here we want center and endpoint. Let us say center and this one. So what we are doing, from center we want one center and we want endpoint. Center and endpoint. This is the basic difference between these two. As per requirement you can draw. Okay. So this is the two types of ellipse available. Next one, let us see for the spline. Now in the spline, it's a free curve. Spline is nothing but it's a free curve. We can click it here. We just make it. So if you see second point, whenever you just click on second point, the third point will try to make it necessary adjustment. Okay, let us say if you want to lock a third point also. Now, if you see from beginning onwards, it will goes on changing. So this is completely a spline part. The free hand, you can make it any number of points, whatever you want. You can just click it here and you can close it. Okay, this is what we call it a free spline. Just click on points here, and you can just simply close it also. Now from third point also you can simply close it. So it make a spline. So these are about our arcs, ellipse and spline. So all these things whatever we have seen are the basic drawings are required for the part. Now after this, once we have basics part, now we want for the modifications of the drawings. After that we have, if you look very carefully in this part, if you the sketching part only, in the sketching part itself, we have some more are there. We call first is called fillet. Okay. Fillet is nothing but connected to two entities. In the fillet is connect two entities with an arc. So what you say is the two entities with an arc is going to connect. These are basically used for the sharp edges and sharp corners. Let us see what are those and how we can do. So for the time being, we just zoom in out and we select all the drawings, and let us delete this one first. Okay. Now let us go for the rectangle, because the rectangle is having a sharp edges, so we can take a corners to rectangle we have taken. Okay. Now fillet is nothing but, if you see, I want to fillet this curve. I want to make a soft corners and the round corners around this one. So now I want to select fillet here, and I select first line and I select second line. By default it will give a radius. By default it will give one radius. So you just simply double click on this one, okay, and you can make it as your convenience. So you can make it 250 also, it will change it, okay, you can make it 250 also. Like for different corners you can give for different fillet radius. So we have 250 here, and let us say I want to different fillets we have. Let us make this one, and let us make this as a 100, and this one I want to make it 300, and this one I want to make it as a 400. So these are all about the fillets. The dimensions can be modified at any time, so you don't have to worry about much. These are all dimensions can be modified at any time. So let us, we want to make it 350, become 350. Okay. This is the major function of the fillet. Whenever we have sharp edges, sharp corners are there, at that point we just simply make a fillet. Okay. Now let us see for the chamfer. So chamfer are the two types. Fillet also we have. So sorry, we have another types also we have available. One is circular one, and circular trim, elliptical trim. So let us see circular trim. So for that, draw one more rectangle part here. Let us say you draw one more rectangle here and keep it. Then we go for fillet, circular trim. Okay, so select it. First one, second one. Okay, so it come as one more thing, and its offset has been there. Let us, if you see a circular, it's a trimming part. So what is the trimming? The difference between major difference part. If you see here, construction lines are there. Here we don't have. It completely trims out. It completely trims the drawing. Okay, that is a completely trims it. Here we don't have any construction lines will be appearing. It's completely gone. It's completely modified the drawing. Whereas here in the previous one we have construction mode will be there. Okay. Now if you want to redo it, just click on this one, undo, or you can click on Control Z. Okay. Now let us see for the next one. This is the, we call circular trim. Next one we call elliptical. We have elliptical part is there. In the elliptical part, same one, we select the first line, we select the second line. Okay. Now we have an elliptical curve will be formed. In the previous case, what we have is completely circular. Now we have elliptical part will be there. That is this is the major axis which we have, and this is the radius part. This is the major axis. So major axis, let us say we want to modify the major axis to 200. You can modify major axis simply as it is. That is why I want to make it 300. It becomes 300. This is what we call elliptical trim part we have. Okay. Then let us zoom out for the time being, and we see what we have. Zoom to fit, and we have draw it here. Okay. So next part we have in the chamfer part, sorry, in the fillet, we have a circular trim, elliptical we have done. Now elliptical trim, same way elliptical trim also if you click here. So in this previous one, if you see, there is a, we have central or construction mode lines are there, construction lines are there. But when we go for this one, the construction lines will be completely deleted, it become trimming part. So there is a difference between these two. So if you see here, if you see that here we have a construction lines, here is completely, and these dimensions can be dragged at any point whatever you. So if you click here, and you can drag it to any particular your location where whatever you feel convenient. So click on the dimensions, drag it to your feeling convenient positions which we have. Okay. So this is how we have in fillet type which we have. In the fillet we have, there are two, every part has a two. One is called circular and circular trim. Trim is completely removes the construction lines also and trims it. The details of the trim and everything we are going to discuss when it comes to editing tools which we have. And we have, when we have editing tools, at that time we are going to discuss in details. Okay. So next part is we call chamfer. The two types are there. So for this also, let us draw one rectangle and let us see how it can be done. So let us draw a rectangle one here. Then we go for the chamfer part. Chamfer part, what we have to do, we have to select first line and we have to do select second line. So what it does, it completely makes a chamfer. But if you see a diagonal type, means it's not a diagonal type, it's chamfers, it completely removes it. It's not a curved part. Okay. So it's a with the construction mode. Now when you go for the chamfer trim, from here to here, it will completely remove that part. Okay, let us say you want to remove completely slant and angle, everything, you can completely make it like that. Okay, this is how we have called in a sketching mode. Okay, it's about all fillet part and everything. So we have the next part we have called the offset part. In offset part, as we have already been maybe in some of the technical classes you have studied, offset means we are just want to shift it, shifting the diamond length, scale, everything we have. So we click on offset 10 we have, and I make it 10. So it has a offset of 10. Okay, let's see one more time. Single, let us see one more time. So close it first, then let us go for offset. Single, chain and loop, single, chain and loop. For the timing, go for single, select the line. Okay, then ask about the in which direction you want to offset. This is the direction. If you see it, it is along this direction, means it is going to offset along the inside this one offset. So we have one, let us say we want to 25 offset. You click OK offset. So if you see one more offset line is will be drawn. Zoom in so you can see offset line is there. Okay. Details of this one definitely when we come for the practicals and everything will tell you. Okay. So this is all about our still now what we have about the sketching part we have about this one. The fillet part we are going to discuss later on when it comes for the exercises part. Okay. So after that we have called editing one. Then we have constraints and dimensions. Okay.